The problem in Africa is our electoral system. People manipulate elections to be there by all means.
There was only one person that was bringing toxicity in ADC, and that person is Peter Obi.
This is the arrogance of this politician that really irritates us.
It goes without saying that President Tinubu and other APC candidates will win in Southeast come 2027 general election.
No, leave all these ones. They are weeping widows wey kill their husband. You know, one woman kill man, kill and finish because he want to take his property. Now then they cry pass for burial ceremony.
Because I was the one who told Peter Obi, Your Excellency, from this point, there is Kwankwaso, there is El-Rufai, there's another person.
I was the one that took that document with Dansu.
Hold on.
I put it up for
I am
you
not
to
blaming
see.
you. We are not jokers. It is intellectually fraudulent for you to say we are jokers.
The Obedient movement was captured by Peter Obi, was hijacked by Peter Obi.
We are not saying Peter Obi is a good candidate, but we know what Jonathan did in Bayelsa during his days as governor. We know what he did as president.
If we are doing proper elections and if you are not doing well, people will vote you out. We may not even ask these questions.
I want to tell you, and I mean it sincerely, that modern journalists have not lived up to the expectation of Nigerians.
My worry is not about ADC. Okay. My worry is Peter Obi push Igbo 20 years backward.
In fact, I'll put it to him, just within 24 hours of Mr. Peter Obi joining the ADC, over 10 million Nigerians registered into the NDC.
The only people that follow Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwaso is those who think they will ride on their back to get elected and defect.
Obviously, there's something he's not getting. Now, let me tell you, many of these ADC members defected into NDC within a space of 24 hours.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Plan B TV News, Gist and Blog. This upcoming 2027 presidential election is going to be tough. It's going to be like as if you are throwing a single live prayer to the den of different kinds of predators. There are a lot we are going to discuss in this particular video because at the wake of dawn, I came across this particular video of the former president Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, where some concerned Nigeria rally around to beg him in his office to please come and rescue Nigeria, in not to support any presidential candidate, but to contest himself. And I want you guys to watch what he said. We'll be right back to tell you what Peter Obi said about this and what Atiku is saying. Other politicians, what they are saying against each other. I want you guys to watch Jonathan first. We'll be right back.
My children, my brothers, and my sisters, first and foremost, let me welcome you to my office in Abuja here. And thank you for showing interest in your country. If you have no interest in the country, you will not bother to be here. So I can say that you are showing signs of being patriotic Nigerians. And I will encourage you to continue to be patriotic to the country. It's only patriotic citizens that build their nations. Unpatriotic citizens will destroy their nation, take the money to anywhere to enjoy their life. So you must be patriotic. And things are very, very clear. The key thing we need in this country is peace. So as young people, because most of you here, more than 80% of you are very young people. I don't even know how old some of you were when I was the president. But the key thing is peace in this country, and you will continue to advocate for that. And you continue to advocate for peaceful and credible elections in the country. Because if we don't have peaceful and credible elections, most good citizens will not want to bother to get involved in politics. And as youth, we will continue to advocate for that. It's very dear to us, peaceful elections. And indeed, you, as young people, must continue to be fully involved in the electoral processes, especially your right to vote. I've observed elections in about 14 or more African countries. Some have been there 2 times. And even Southeast Asia. Nigeria have the lowest turnout of elections in every election cycle. We have the highest voters apathy. And it shows as if people are not even interested in their elections. We have the worst, the least. I've never been to a country that has the low numbers we have, tens of percentage of voters. I think INEC need to do something about it, need to study it, get consultants to look at it, and what is the cause, and do something. As young people, you must be involved in the electoral process. If I ask how many of you have your voters' cards now, probably 50% of you don't even have voters' cards, and you're asking me to go and contest the election. So you must be patriotic, you must participate in the electoral process. The Jagba syndrome in Nigeria has to stop. The highest level of disdain shown to Nigerian youths abroad has to stop. Even African countries that we help African countries that even when we are students, parts of our scholarship monies we are contributing to solve problems in those countries. Treating Nigerians as if we are all bunch of idiots and criminals, because probably we leaders have not been able to build our country, give hope to our young people, and even attract others to come here and work. This is the task that face all Nigerian leaders. These things could be done by any other person, may not necessarily be Jonathan. But I've heard you. I will consult, and probably, of course, the race is getting close.
In as much that everybody have rights to contest, there's no qualification to contest for the office of presidency in Nigeria. Even if you don't have WAEC, use your mechanic certificate, as long as you have any working certificate, you can contest. After all, the current president don't have any certificate to prove that he went to school, but is the president. So there's no qualification for it. But I'm not trying to condemn Goodluck Ebele Jonathan because he have done well in his turn, though Nigeria thought we needed a change of hand by voting Buhari because they said change the change. But when Buhari came, he showed the shaggy. But at the end of the day, Jagaban stole people's votes and become president and showed them shaggy Bawaza. But what is interesting me right now is these people coming out to say that the obedient movement were hijacked by Peter Obi because they were the one that owns obedience. That anyway, but I want you guys to listen to what they said. We'll be right back.
The obedient movement was captured by Peter Obi, was hijacked by Peter Obi, and brought someone who has questionable characters to lead the movement. And we say no. This matter has been on ground since the day Mr. Kanko was appointed. But because of how everything is, we are trying to follow up to see how we can settle the issue. So by now, just imagine that obedient movement went well. By now, we could have finished the issues of 2027 and we'll be waiting to be voted. We have the votes already. All we need is to preach for the protection of the votes. And the votes is not about Peter Obi, it's about Nigeria that must work. In this regard, the movement formally withdraws recognition and membership status from the following individuals. Meaning that they are all expelled and remain expelled from the movement as leaders and members respectively. And number one on the list is the former Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, and Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who is holding sway right now. And all other persons appointed under the unauthorized leadership structure that emerged after the 2023 elections.
In as much that this is politics, everybody can be paid to say anything they want to say. But they forgot one thing, that obedient movement is not just a title that we are claimed by anybody. It's because his name is Obi. And Nigeria just come up with an idea to have dient, like obedient. It's not like the normal appropriate word of to be obedient of anything. It's just a movement created for Peter Obi. But these people said they own the movement. It was Peter Obi that just jumped in and hijacked it. And for the now, they are no longer supporting Peter Obi. I don't know who are those people who created the WhatsApp group they belong to. These people are not relevant. But when it comes to obedience don't have a face. It's a concerned Nigeria that wants a betterment of the country. Those are Nigerians that said they are fed up of being maltreated in their own country, being marginalized in their own country, that terrorists have been treated fairly more than them that are law-abiding citizens. Those are obedient. But we don't know all these people that are calling themselves obedient. But in another program, in another, is it press conference, I don't know what to call it, these people said that they prefer Goodluck Ebele Jonathan in as much that they appreciate or respect Peter Obi, that Peter Obi is good, but Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is better. And I want you guys to watch what they said. We'll be right back.
We are not saying Peter Obi is a good candidate, but we know what Jonathan did in Bayelsa during his days as governor. We know what he did as president. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan has been tested, and we trust him. Yes, sir. We trust Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Yes, sir. They have been tested and trusted, so we don't want to make mistakes. That's why we're going for Jonathan. Yeah. Peter Obi is a good candidate, but Jonathan is the best candidate at the moment. We will go haywire. Nigerian youth will go haywire to ensure that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan contests. He doesn't own himself. We Nigerian youth own him. He's our father, and he must contest. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, you must contest. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, you must contest.
Now, this 2027 election, the reason I said it's going to be tough is that there are lots of people right now who have been paid to do anything they want to do. I'm not trying to say that these people have been paid, but for somebody to come out and say that he's not supporting Igbo because Igbo is not fit to become president, or is not even Igbo people time, that is campaigning and is supporting Tinubu, it makes me just laugh. But I want you guys to listen to this Senator Onyekashi, what he said about his own brother Peter Obi, and what he's saying about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he wants him to remain in power. And I want you guys to watch it. We'll be right back.
Will win the Southeast in 2027, given how he performed poorly the last time in 2023. And these are your reasons for saying he will win, right?
Well, you should listen, carefully, and with keen interest on the enumeration I made a few minutes ago. You will agree with me that it goes without saying that President Tinubu and other APC candidates will win in Southeast come 2027 general election. The reasons are bound. I've said it here. Igbo people are seeing it. We've taken our position. Even if our son comes to contest, it is very clear that the political permutation, as at present, does not favor an Igbo man to be president of Nigeria. We must tell ourselves the truth, and we can't be deceived all the time. We know the best time to strike to get the #1 seat, and all Nigerians will support us.
So in your view right now, the likes of maybe, say, Peter Obi is not doing his timing properly by trying to unseat President Tinubu by the analogy you gave. Is that what you're saying?
He's coming at the wrong time.
So let's talk about your legislative duty before I let you go. Right now, the pump price of petrol is about 1.3, almost 1.4. I just read at the beginning where the federal government has said anything that has to do with consumption subsidy, forget about it. What we are looking at actually as a country is to see how the windfall can...
This leads us to another separate video of Kenneth Kwankwaso. Sorry, I'm have to put this because it's very meaningful to me to talk about this whole story. Kenneth Kwankwaso in 2023, during the presidential elections, when he was campaigning for Peter Obi, I want you guys to watch just 1 minute video when he was praising Peter Obi movement and all of this and the things he said. We'll be right back.
Now, Peter Obi is a due process man. He allows things to play out according to law. He as a human being, he hates the idea of dictating to people. He believes we are in a democracy. He believes that he is a presidential candidate, and then that the leaders of the party ought to do what is right. And then the system should have a way to correct itself. He's not a man that wants to lord things over people. It may, in Nigerian situation, it may work in one way and may have problems in another way, but then it means he will never compromise due process and rule of law. So this situation now in Labour Party, he is allowing the system to take care of it. He doesn't want to dictate to the parties. That does not mean that normal...
Now, the same Kenneth Kwankwaso, who said all of this, painted Peter Obi and said he's the best man. He do things like this. He does not like corruption and all of that. I want you guys to watch what he's saying about Peter Obi right now, simply because Peter Obi did not align with him and the Atiku have paid him. And I want you guys to watch how he's selling his brother out. We'll be right back.
That is the position that organizes every Congress and every primary. And he was very clear about it because he wanted to be the one to organize the Congresses and the primary. And the party has ceded it to him without asking questions on the competence and the corruption index of the person he's bringing. They have ceded it to him. When the time came for registration, E-line, it was still his own aide, my own sister, Aisha Yusuf, that was placed to be in charge of the E-line registration, because that will determine the numbers of people that will vote if we go into direct primary. So And the reason also is that so that he will be the one in charge of determining who will vote and the procedure and the committees that will organize the primary. So Peter Obi knows that he was giving all those concessions so that he will know that ADC was prepared for free, fair, and credible primary election. That is why you didn't hear him say, oh, it's because it is monetized. Oh, though some of his followers that are of the street urchin family will still be talking, whoa, you know, like Rabbi the cookies, saying dollarize. ADC wants to bring something new. That is why Peter is not saying, I am leaving because the primary is monetized, because he is the one who would have organized the primary. Now, having said this, then what?
Now, the same Kenneth Okonkwo that is supporting Atiku, praising Atiku, what he's saying about Atiku. But I want you guys to watch what he said against Atiku before. I want you guys to watch it. The things that he said about Atiku during that 2023 presidential election.
Atiku Abubakar, who, of course, should have been disqualified by now by going to the north and making a genocidal statement that Northerners should vote for North only. This was what caused genocide in Rwanda, when Hutus were told that they should not support Tutsis because they are cockroaches. Atiku Abubakar went to the north and said Northerners should support only the people from the north, not Yoruba, not Igbo. That is ethnic profiling. That's genocidal statement. Atiku knows he has failed. What he's trying to do now is to make sure he destroys our democracy after he has failed. And he should be called to order. INEC should be implementing Section 97 of the Electoral Act now on Atiku, because that's a criminal offense, trying to profile ethnic and religious groups. So it is Atiku Abubakar that I've always said he is very unfit to be president, and not only that he's unfit, he is now a threat to our democracy.
The same Kenneth Okonkwo, who just said all of this against Atiku Abubakar, I just want you guys to watch what he's saying about him right now, to campaign for him.
Now, it is a very easy thing if people would yield to strategy and not sentiment. Give Bola Tinubu his own style, his own strategy, and he's back to Bodilon. What did Bola Tinubu do in 2015? He went to the north, picked a man that he knows that all the Northerners are in support. As at that time, Bola Tinubu wanted to be president because he said it's his lifetime ambition. But he knew that if he, as a Southerner, tries to take out an incumbent Southerner, he will fail, because nobody has succeeded from the same section of the president, incumbent, to take out an incumbent president. He went to the north and brought a man that he knew that all the Northerners are supporting. And when he brought him, any combination from the south took out Jonathan, and he bided his own time, and he came in later to become the president. That is strategy. If my own strategy this time around is that I am going to support a Northerner in 2027. Really? Yes. And it must be my condition to the Northerners. It must be a Northerner that the whole North will be willing to support. Like an Atiku. If the whole North is willing to support an Atiku, why not? He has experience in the presidency. It's an added advantage. And when we put up anything from the South, that will push him through. Let me tell you.
Kenneth Okonkwo is one of those that you don't take their words seriously. When you mention that name, Kenneth Okonkwo, you mention another name, Reno Mokri, you mention another name, Daniel Bohala. These people, they are not relevant when it comes to politics. Any money you give them, it's just like their stomach infrastructure. Whatever you give them, they take and they start campaigning for you. I mean, if you remember I think it was thereabouts, not 2015, I think 2019 or thereabouts, when Buhari were contesting. This guy were campaigning for Buhari. Buhari arrested this, Buhari did this, Buhari did that. I want you guys to listen to what he said about Buhari. We'll be right back.
I am following President Muhammadu Buhari, and I make no apologies for that.
I am an ambassador of good governance. It's not because of the person of President Muhammadu Buhari, it is because he's committed to good governance. And as the ambassador of good governance, take it home. You can't get a better person than President Muhammadu Buhari. We've had the history of power grabbers in Nigeria, aggressive power grabbers. If you don't give them power, they will leave you. They left PDP to APC because they wanted to grab power. If you don't give them, they will grab it. They are very few, they are very vocal, they are very cohesive. If you're not careful, they will come and take their own and take your own. We are saying no to that. If you want to come to power in Nigeria, come to power because you are giving us good governance, not because you want to grab power. If the Southeast shall support any other person for the presidency, they are going to wander for the next 8 years in the wilderness. It is agreed that it is their turn after President Muhammadu Buhari. So you know our slogan there? Our slogan is Ndigo for President Buhari 2019, then President Buhari for Ndigo 2023. After the war in 1970, it took the Igbos 9 years to become the vice president. Since 1999, with PDP in power, 16 years after the coming of the democracy, no Igbo man was president, no Igbo man was vice president, not even our infrastructure was built. If you're from the Southeast, will I not check your mental ability if you do not want to change course? I am changing course. And I want you to understand that President Muhammadu Buhari has passionate love for the Igbos. When he came the first time to contest for the presidency, he was an Igbo man, he chose to be his vice president. His name is Choba Okadinibo. When he came back the second time, it was an Igbo man, he chose to be his vice president. His name is the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Umezu Oke. I talk with facts and figures. So when you say that he doesn't like the Igbos, which history book are you reading from?
He campaigned for Buhari to the extent that he said Buhari arrested all the corrupt politicians and all of that. Buhari is the best man to become president. He wants Buhari to be this, he wants Buhari to remain in power. But unfortunately, but before we talk about that, I want you guys to watch it.
1984-85, Buhari sent some politicians to hundreds of years in jail for corruption. And now Atiku has confessed that he used special purpose vehicle to create phony companies for which he paid consultancy fee and from which the consultancy fee was paid back to them. To him, he said it openly. His voice is there. Yes, Buhari is supposed to send him to jail. The two people that deserve the prison, I don't know what they are looking for in the presidency.
You're making this allusion.
When Buhari win that election, he did not appoint him in any political office. This guy came back, start insulting Buhari, say all kinds of things about Buhari. That's why they don't take them seriously. No matter what they said, people just look at them as they are laughing stock. Anyway, why Kenneth Okonkwo is saying all of this? But I want you guys to watch this particular video of this ADC person, what he's saying differently from what Kenneth Okonkwo is saying. That the ADC is ready. In fact, they are begging Peter Obi to make an alliance with them, like NDC versus ADC, to make an alliance to defeat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I want you guys to watch.
Thank you very much. I can say last we met with Peter Obi day before yesterday. He was saying that the coalition will continue, will keep on talking, irrespective of leaving ADC to another political platform. Maybe we might continue talking and see how we can make an alliance to present one candidate. I'm quoting from what Peter Obi told us our forum that's day before yesterday. But before then, people might be thinking whether ADC would be affected or not.
Yeah.
My worry is not about ADC.
Okay.
My worry is Peter Obi push Igbo 20 years backward from coming to the presidency. That's my worry.
How exactly did he do that?
Peter Obi is not going to win this election.
Why do you say that?
It's very obvious.
How obvious is that?
The only people that follow Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwaso is those who think they will ride on their back to get elected and defect and leave Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwaso.
That's
this
quite
is the reality. And I told them this. Anybody, count, look at how many people follow them. 99% of them, they have ambitions of running either state assembly, house of reps, senate, or governor. And the only easiest way for them to win election is when Peter Obi or Rabiu Kwankwaso are on the ballot. Anything short of that, they are not going to make it. And they have misled their principals. Unfortunately, the principals fall into their traps. So this is what is worrying me now. But the issue of ADC remain intact. Peter Obi is going to serve as our agent in the places where Tinubu thought he was going to make impact. And it is in our advantage.
Well, first of all, I would like to say that Mr. Obi has a lot of followership in various parts of Nigeria in the 6 geopolitical zones. He cannot say that the chances of Mr. Peter Obi or the chances of the Southeast has reduced drastically. In fact, I'll put it to him, just within 24 hours of Mr. Peter Obi joining the ADC, over 10 million Nigerians registered into the NDC. That says a lot. Obviously, there's something he's not getting. What is strategy? If I'm a weak person and I see a stronger person that can lead me to where I am, I will follow the stronger person. He said something that those that cannot win election are following Mr. Peter Obi to enter a new party. Now, let me tell you, many of these ADC members defected into NDC within a space of 24 hours. Obviously, they knew something that he does not recognize. That means the person that has the capability, the ability to win the next election, that can take the present president out of the seat of power is Mr. Peter Obi. Mr. Peter Obi cuts his ideology and his type of politics, cuts across the young, the old, the elder. Every kind of person is a detribalized person. Is a person that people from various parts of Nigeria love. I'm a Yoruba person. I'm following Mr. Peter Obi. So if somebody that is not from his own tribe is following him, why will people from his own ethnic group not follow him? So I beg to differ. There is no way people from the Southeast will not be proud of Mr. Peter Obi. They will be proud of him, and the chances will increase. Let me even tell you, there's something we call equity. Equity and justice. Nigeria is for every extraction. Nigeria is not just for maybe for the north, northeast, north central. Nigeria is for the south, and it is the time for the south. Even if it's a gentleman agreement, may so rest in peace, our late President Buhari, he finished 8 years. Now, power has shifted to the south. It is the right thing, is equity. There is no Nigerian that is more Nigerian than any other Nigerian. Nigeria is for every person. And to avoid things like chaos and a sense of being a Nigerian, then this is the time for, in fact, I would say it's time for the Southeast.
These are people that have brain, that knows what they are doing in politics. Politics is not all about chest, talking anyhow. Imagine, for example, tomorrow that they make an alliance and Bola Ahmed Tinubu were defeated by Peter Obi and Kwankwaso. What will Kenneth Okonkwo said? Now you'll be running here and there looking for a way to lobby, and if they did not give you an appointment, now you see him. That's why you have to choose your words carefully, in as much that Atiku have paid you to campaign for him. But that doesn't mean you should be talking out of sense. That's just for me. I'm not trying to say, oh, you don't have right to say whatever he wants to say. You have to say things ahead of tomorrow. In case I'm campaigning for this, when they ask you something about this, you don't need to insult the next person because you don't know how the table will flip tomorrow. Especially Atiku is getting aging now. He might decide to not to be partisan in politics tomorrow. Anyway, I want you guys to listen to what Kwankwaso said in all of this, saying that NDC is open. If you know you want to become a member, I want you guys to come, especially people like Kenneth Okonkwo that are confused, out of shame, they don't know what to do. But I want you guys to listen to what Kwankwaso said. We'll be right back.
Those who are interested in contesting elections in this party will register as soon as possible. Of us who are here, those of us who believe in us and who believe in promoting the peace and the progress of this country, to register with NDC.
A different video, Usman Yusuf came out to talk down on Peter Obi, said that Peter Obi and Kwankwaso are failure. Their movements or KO movements or OK movements cannot even take them anywhere. That the person that has this stronger or bigger movement is Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar will defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu will become third, Abubakar will become first, and Peter Obi will become second. I want you guys to listen to what he said. We'll be right back.
To Excellency Peter Obi and Excellency Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, they can pitch their tent anywhere. Is their right, is their prerogative. They're not going to make a dent at all in the outlook of this election. I'm telling you this for a fact.
Are you projecting them coming second or third?
Yeah. Now you're telling me to do all this projection.
I mean, you have already inadvertently projected that Tinubu is going to lose.
Tinubu will lose.
Tinubu
will come a distant third. I tell you this. Okay, what is Rabi Musa Kwankwaso going to add to the ticket of Peter?
1 million plus votes.
From where?
I mean, if we're going by the last.
So he thinks this is the mistake people make. This is the mistake politicians make.
You don't think a million vote is guaranteed?
He thinks where he has those votes in his pocket, as if they're his chickens in his chicken coop. This is the arrogance of this politician that really irritates us. Oh, they're there. What have you done for them in the last 4 years, Mr. Rabi Musa Kwankwaso? To keep them and say, oh yeah, you are mine. The red cap and the shouting nonsense. Come on, this is serious. We are talking about the lives of millions of our people. And I will tell you, Peter Obi will be a hard sell in the north. He's an easy sell to the Christian north that he came and balkanized. Because all his campaigns in the north during the 2022 election were in churches. I've seen him saying churches must take our country back, And that was why he got the Christian vote. 2027 is different. I will tell you why. This is coming after those lies of Christian genocide in the north. Remember? That made President Trump drop a bomb in Sokoto, the heart of the caliphate. All this was against Muslim North, lying against Muslim North, the Christian genocide. Who are the pushers of this? Obedience. They are supporters, absolutely. You remember there is a New York Times article. You remember that screwdriver merchant in Onisha that was writing all of this, that sent it to what's the name of this guy? Riley Moore and Ted Cruz. And you go to the United States, America, all those guys pushing Christian genocides are either obedience or IPOB.
You're saying you're placing the blame on Peter Obi?
Peter Obi will have...
But immediately he said all of this, Mama P came out and said, it not be by force. I don't want to do it again. I come for this party to this party. Me, I want to deregister myself from ADC. Me, I don't know all this story when you guys they narrate all those things. My biggest concern is how to deregister myself and go to NDC. She's already a member of NDC, but you don't want to be associated or tagged to that ADC. I want you guys to listen to what she said. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon, trenches. I beg. Mona help me tag ADC. Where therefore they do the registration for Napota. Please tag them in the comment section. I don't want to know where I can deregister. I not do again. Not say we busy since now. Why I be like say we keep quiet. I beg. ADC members, you people should do tutorial on how we can deregister. We don't want to do again. We are gone. And for those of you now, when they cost me for DM, they say, man, if you fight justice finish, come show us how we did it, register. Now the problem one I did that day. Me, man, they found I wanted to register. No, leave all these ones. They are whipping widows wey kill their husband. You know, one woman kill man, kill and finish because he want to take a property. Now then they cry passport burial ceremony. Now all these ones they do, they no matter, they are not important. Obi here, Obi there, Obi no good. He come out now they cry. Now say una no want time. The man can say, okay, una don't to treat me bad, make I they go, una they cry. Sometimes I don't know what people want. You be like woman when marry man. You say prick not the work, you say not get money, you say not they feed you where you say okay now it don't go, you start to cry. No matter what you define, when you define for inside there, if you not good, you live on. That's what ADC is doing, but it's not my issue right now. The one that concern me that is giving me rashes is how to deregister first, because I got a new baby in town. Somebody say NDC. 24 hours when they say register the NDC, be 48 hours, 10 million registration. Who's your father? The man doing a person where they take and play. Another woman don't carry him. Somebody say nest. Dad left. This one using long tongue. They say he cannot face the tribulations in the party or zoo. He should face tribulation in the party and leave tribulation Nigerians are going through. He should leave all the problems in Nigeria and come and be doing ADC wahala. Una dey crazy. You better do tutorial on how to deregister because the next time I come now code or you still come. Thank you very much. Share this video to all of them. NDC and God bless.
This particular video, ADC personnel came out to defend Peter Obi, and I want you guys to watch how he responded to the journalists that were asking him some feeble, twisted questions. We'll be right back.
7 months till when he decided to move on the 31st of December to ADC. On the 7th of January, just 7 days, they released and upload this thing. And he came out and told Nigerians that government don't want me to contest on this level. If he stays in Labour, I will tell you that up to today, Labour will be having crisis. And to test it, we say, let's move to ADC. We are part of the people that asked him, move and go and join other people. So that we see either the hypothesis that is government don't want you to be on the ticket. Because I told you here, the other time we have this interview, I said, the only person that this government of APC don't have solution to rig his election or to stop him from not winning is Peter Obi. You don't know what to do with him. So the first thing that they want to do is to stop him not to be on the ballot. So he left the Labour Party for them. He now came to ADC. All of a sudden, we have Nephew, we have this, we have everybody is coming. And they went to do a very toxic amendment. They removed everything and put a plan that no matter what, how will we box all these heavyweight to make sure that at least it's only Tinubu, because that's their work. They want only Tinubu to be on the ballot paper, maybe to square it with so or any other person that they feel they will work together. This is the thinking. This is what they want to do. It's open to everybody. Nobody can put this.
Just a moment, Ibrahim.
Because I told you, PO always read. He always put himself to understand what is happening. Let me tell you the knowledge of Nigerian politicians and the politics that's happening in this country, that all of us around him and him himself have studied and understand these people, know exactly what to do and what to do. You have not even seen things about Peter Obi.
Ibrahim,
let me tell you, people that are saying...
Just a moment, let me mention this to you.
What happens to politicians today? It's just a vehicle. Tinubu himself, after becoming president, he changed not one, not two, 3 chairmen of his party. Today, as I'm talking to you in APC, nobody has a single power for this consensus and anything that wants to do. People have been anointed like they are giving them free biscuits to do. This is contest. And what Peter Obi and Kwankwaso stand for is for them to come and remove this criminality and this kind of system. So you can just be
Ibrahim, just a moment. Just a moment. Let me say something at this point. You see, you do not have proof that the APC wants to foist only one presidential candidate in the person of President Tinubu. You do not have that proof. As a matter of fact, there are about more than 15 political parties that are registered that are going to contest in the forthcoming general election. So, you know, there is a ruling party and there's an opposition. There are opposition political parties. So, I believe there's, you know, a liberality in the polity for others to participate.
No, that's not true. It was caught on camera. The chief of staff to president, former speaker Badi Abila, telling that ADC person, Deleke or some his name, that he should scatter the party. He should scatter ADC. What proof do you want Nigerians to see? A chief of staff to the president saying that even bring Nephew, we will help him so that he can destroy them. And you still come here and ask us of proof. Proof what? This is a common knowledge. Every Nigerian knows it. We are not here to be politically correct. We are here to say it. The way it is.
Everyone should be held absolutely responsible for their statements, actually.
let's see what they will do in the ADC. They can't do anything because Saraki Dixon is not like the kind of people they are seeing there. And I see it in your report. You said even the kind of woman that they wanted to use they have already settled it with them. Because Mr. Senator Kwankwaso is a wise politician. We know where we want to go to. As I started the introduction, the young people have hope on Mr. Peter Obi, have hope on Kwankwaso. They are honest that they want to take back their country. You'll be surprised what you will see in the next 8 months. These young people are going to be, I think, former governor of Ekiti.
Former governor of Ekiti State, yes.
People are not listening. Young people want to do another independence.
Now, they talk about Babadati Ahmed, which is the former running mate of Peter Obi. And I thank God while I was compiling all this video together, I stumbled across his video when he was talking about the same Peter Obi that this man were trying to manipulate the ADC guy to talk down. I want you guys to watch what Babadati Ahmed have to say in all of this. We'll be right back.
I, as much as possible, try to avoid names of anybody at this stage or the politics of everyone. But it is very unlikely that the North will rally around KO. Okay. It's, and this is my personal opinion. I still have an excellent relationship. I have much respect for both of them. I did say that I feel guilty because I was one who told Peter Obi on the 31st of January 2024 in John Wood's hotel, after asking him a few things, and I told him, Your Excellency, from this point, there is Kwankwaso, there is El-Rufai, and there's another person. I would like to suggest you approach them. The business that I do now, which started around 2011, I was planning it as far back as 1996. If in 2024 you cannot plan 2027, I'm sorry, I cannot continue to be with you. I recommended, and to God, he knows this happened. So they are going together now with Kwankwaso. It's my idea. Do you understand? Will it work? I think it's a big question. We wait and see. However, there is a bit. There is. Remember, why didn't Kwankwaso support Peter Obi in 2022, 23? What changed between 2022 and 23? Then the demographics of Nigeria, where you're looking for new blood, for new generation. You have a vice president that is older than you, first of all in age, in education, in political profile, in so many other things. The local government is nearly his state. The state is nearly his region. And this is somebody with a burning ambition and temperament. Who is going to be the president, actually? If you are presenting a ticket throughout history, there's a certain configuration that it goes. The respect that I still carry for Obi is because of the fact that we have that configuration. So even though I recommended Kwankwaso for Obi, as at the time I was doing that, I didn't really deeply reflect in all these political dynamics until it came now. I mean, how will Kanu think that their champion who has serially wanted to be the president, serially wanted to be, will now go and, how many votes? I know we got nearly 25% in Kanu before the results were changed. Consistency is good. As much as I don't believe in, I dislike what APC has been doing against Nigeria.
Now, you see how people talk. In as much that you are not trying to campaign for Peter Obi, but you just have to look for a way to put your words in order so that tomorrow the table can flip. You can decide to say, okay, I'm no longer in this party, I'm going to NDC. You have not created enemy for yourself. It's not all about the way Kenneth Okonkwo is talking because of maybe they give him 20 million, maybe 50 million, maximum maybe 50 million because he don't have political weight. He's just a garrulous person that knows how to talk on the media. Not that he has this crowd that he can pull for Atiku. Now, you see people, you see the way he's talking. In as much as he does not agree with Peter Obi defecting from one party to another, but you see how he constructs his words ahead of tomorrow. That's how an intellectual somebody needs to talk, not Kenneth Okonkwo. Anyway, I rest my case here. I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Do you think that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan should run? Do you think that he deserves this, the second tenure Why others are also complaining that he already served his second tenure because somebody is taking him to court, said that as long that he completed late Yaradua tenure and he do another 4 years, so his second tenure is already over, he cannot contest again. While some said no, he needs to contest. And you know, circumstances surrounding him is different. But what are your thoughts regarding to the whole video you just watched? What do you think about Kenneth Okonkwo, the paper tiger person who knows how to talk here and there? What do you also think about Yusuf Usman that is talking down on Peter Obi? What was your thoughts about the full video you watched? Please pick a person to talk about and comment in the comment section. I love you guys. Please keep on subscribing until you get me to 200,000. Until we meet again. Peace.
Atiku Abubakar is a man that has propensity for corruption, tendency to disloyalty, inability to say and speak the truth at all times. So he's a man who has propensity for poor judgment, belief and reliance in matter about, lack of transparency. A man who trusts in money to buy his way out in all situations. A man who has the readiness to sacrifice morality, integrity, propriety, truth, national interest for self and selfish interest. We are seeing it manifesting. It gives me goose pimples that Atiku has the national award in corrupting the generation before him and corrupting the generation after him. He said in that tape, I have advised Obasanjo against open corruption, meaning Atiku has been operating coded corruption, sacrificing innocent people and hiding his own head.